Today, I'm going to show you how to use the red-hot cryptocurrency market to potentially amass a quick fortune, starting with just three simple things. Number one, a little $20 bill. Number two, the fact that dozens of penny cryptocurrencies have exploded in price over the past few weeks. Some have skyrocketed between 12,000% and 56,000%.
Number three, the ultimate catalyst where Amazon.com, the world's largest retailer, could begin accepting Bitcoin as well as other cryptocurrencies as early as February 1st.
And all you have to do is copy this secret Bitcoin blueprint, and you could retire incredibly wealthy in less than a year. Sound impossible? It's not. To make it work, you do not need to know anything about Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrencies. In fact, the less you know, the better, since you won't be biased. You do not need to know anything about banking or investing. You do not need a lot of money, only $20 to start, and you do not need a lot of free time. But you do need to know how to get rich, including which cryptocurrencies to buy, when to buy them, and how much to pay for them. This is where I can help. But if you'd rather watch your dreams about becoming a millionaire dissolve before your eyes like a puff of smoke, then stop watching right now. Still with me? Great. Let me explain how easy it is. What you're about to see is a little known investing secret. Don't worry if you've never bought an alternative currency before. In a minute, I'll hold your hand and walk you through the entire process. It's as easy as setting up an email address or even making a quick phone call. Anyone can do it. But here's the catch. This will only work if you're willing to stake a claim in the red-hot cryptocurrency market.
Especially if you take action before February 1st, 2018, while the majority of these alternative currencies trade for pennies. Once the February 1st date passes, when many industry insiders are expecting Amazon.com to get into the crypto game, dozens of little-known cryptocurrencies could easily begin skyrocketing in price by 300%, 500%, or even 2,500%. Then it may be too late to make any money.
See, the secret $20 Bitcoin blueprint doesn't work when alternative currencies trade for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. It only works when they trade for pennies. Put simply, a cryptocurrency is a digital currency that operates outside any government control. That means these currencies cannot be manipulated by the likes of our Federal Reserve Bank or other banks around the world, which is why they're probably the last pure currencies on Earth. Let me show you how they work. You've probably at least heard of Bitcoins, right? They exploded on the scene back on May 22nd, 2010. That's when a web developer purchased 2 Papa John pizzas using 10,000 units of Bitcoin. It was the first known cryptocurrency transaction, back when Bitcoin was trading for less than a penny. In fact, 10,000 Bitcoins was roughly worth about $30 at the time. Now, as you may know, the price of Bitcoin began skyrocketing higher. And by 2014, just 4 years later, that same $30 starting stake was worth more than $5 million. But get this, today, that same $30 is now worth a life-changing $20 million. That's why Business Insider says Bitcoin is going nuclear. Its price is tearing upward, with each Bitcoin worth $2,128.
As I'm writing to you today, Bitcoin's price has crossed the $7,000 mark. At $7,000, one single Bitcoin is now worth more than 5 ounces of gold. Amazing, isn't it? And here's the truly exciting part. You might not realize this, but there are now over 1,264 cryptocurrencies exchanging hands on the open markets.
The vast majority trade for just pennies, just like Bitcoin did back in 2010. And many of these are beginning to skyrocket in price. As Bloomberg reports, while the record-breaking rally in Bitcoin has captivated markets, demand for other digital coins is surging as companies raise millions in minutes or even seconds. That gives us a rare chance to turn back the hands of time and get into cryptocurrencies that are dumping millions into the laps of everyday Americans. Take, for example, a penny cryptocurrency called Redcoin. Redcoin was specifically created to be used for purchases all across the social media networks like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. People love it because they can shop online with enhanced security and complete anonymity. And in a recent 7-day period, the price of Redcoin exploded in value by a whopping 1,134%. That's enough to turn $20 into almost $227, or $200 into $2,268. Imagine starting the week with $200 and then ending the week with $2,268, all with doing no extra work, and simply because you bought Redcoin at the start of the week and cashed out 7 days later. Incredible, right? Or how about Doggycoin? Doggycoin is the new alternative currency for pet lovers. It's accepted at a number of stores to purchase everything from leashes to an animal DNA test kit, or you could use it to pay for a dog sitter when you go on vacation. In that same 7-day period, Doggycoin's value increased by a whopping 267%. But as exciting as that is, it's nothing compared to a new alternative currency for folks living in the Big Apple called New York Coin. That's because the price of New York Coin jumped an amazing 2,871% overnight. In other words, if you had bought $20 of New York Coin on that Monday, it would have been worth $571 by Tuesday. But here's where it gets even better. The price of New York Coin has been steadily climbing all week. Prices have jumped a staggering 56,606% over just a week's time, turning every $100 into over $56,606. And if you had decided to get aggressive and plunk down $2,000, you'd be sitting on over $1.1 million today. Imagine that, more than $1 million in profits in just a week. Go ahead, look it up for yourself after this presentation ends. You'll find that what I'm telling you is 100% accurate. That's how exciting today's opportunity in penny cryptocurrencies truly is. I could go on and on, but here's what you need to know right now. These penny cryptocurrencies are the hottest market on earth and won't stay this cheap for long. Point being, this market is hotter than the marijuana investing market, hotter than any government currency, hotter than any stock on earth. You're already seeing Bitcoin hit record highs, and that's okay, because these other cryptocurrencies can go for as little as a few cents to a few dollars. That means that even first-timers can afford to do this without risking much money.
Just look at this snapshot I took from Monday, September 25th, showing the biggest percentage gains in the alternative currency markets. As you can see, there were 5 different penny cryptocurrencies that rocketed up over 240% in just 24 hours. 5 different chances to change your life. 5 different chances to grow rich in just a single day. It gets better. There were 17 cryptocurrencies that went up more than 100% on this same day. That's 17 different chances to double your money in a single 24-hour period. Ask yourself, where else can you find profit opportunities like this? Well, I'll tell you the answer: nowhere. To give you an idea of how profitable this situation really is, let's compare this to the biggest gains from stocks trading on the New York Stock Exchange. The biggest gains for the best stocks in the world was 15.3%. The biggest percentage gain from penny cryptocurrencies on that same day was an incredible 2,579%. It's not even close. And that was just from a single day's data. It's the same scenario day after day. In fact, look again at the very next day, September 26th. 7 more chances to strike it rich from penny cryptocurrencies, ranging from 224% to 554%. As for the biggest and best stocks on Wall Street, the best you could have hoped for was a measly 19%.
I could go on and on, but here's the bottom line. Penny cryptocurrencies are one of the last legal ways for the little guy to grow rich, starting with just a few dollars in your pocket. Now, as good as that is, there is one problem. It can be difficult to pinpoint the exact amount to invest in these alternative currencies. But that's what makes today's situation so exciting. We know the exact date that these penny cryptocurrencies could explode on a much larger scale. In fact, the date's being handed to us on a silver platter. You see, the cryptocurrency markets have been red hot ever since 2 of the world's largest countries, Japan and Russia, passed or are planning to pass legislation recognizing digital currencies as an official form of money. And if that wasn't enough, other countries like Canada and the United Kingdom and even the US are beginning to embrace this megatrend. In fact, experts have predicted that the United States government even has plans of launching their very own cryptocurrency. But here's the real kicker.
The largest retailer in the world, Amazon.com, has begun buying domain names such as AmazonEthereum.com, AmazonCryptocurrency.com, and AmazonCryptocurrencies.com. And many folks are speculating that Amazon.com will begin accepting Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as an official form of payment around February 1st, 2018. This could easily push the price of Bitcoin to $25,000 and send the prices of many other small cryptos soaring to unbelievable levels. That's why it's so important to get in now.
With Bitcoin at record highs, the other cryptocurrencies are red hot right now. And once penny cryptocurrencies go mainstream, I fully expect to see an absolute explosion in the prices of certain penny cryptocurrencies, making the lightning fast gains I just showed you look like mere pocket change. So how much money could you potentially make by investing early in this opportunity, starting with just $20? Let me show you just how explosive the upcoming opportunity in cryptocurrency investing can be when you follow the secret $20 Bitcoin blueprint. Step by step, I'll show you how $20 could have turned into more than $1.64 million in just 3 days. Yes, this strategy is risky and requires a bit of luck. I would never recommend it to my readers. This is simply an accelerated example of how potent these penny cryptocurrencies really can be. That said,
these price explosions actually happened over a 3-day period, and around February 1st, I fully expect it to happen again.
So although it's highly improbable you'd be this lucky, it's not impossible. That's important to remember. All right, here we go.
Penny Bitcoin Blueprint step number 1. $20 turns into $5,938 in 24 hours. Amos is a brand new cryptocurrency that hit the markets on April 21st, 2017. If you haven't heard of it before, then you're not alone. Remember, the best profit opportunities, especially in penny cryptocurrencies, are rarely featured on TV or covered by the financial newspapers. When the markets opened on Monday morning, May 22nd, Amos was trading for just $1.54. That's cheap enough for anyone to buy, and cheap enough for you to load up on a dozen units with just $20. But then it got really exciting. Around lunchtime, the price of this little-known cryptocurrency began rocketing higher. And by the end of the day, a buying frenzy pushed the price of Amos up to $458.82 per unit. That's an incredible gain of 29,693% in just a single day. If you were savvy enough to buy Amos and sold out when the timing was right, you could have quickly turned a $20 grub stake in Amos into $5,938. The best part? Well, truth is, there were many other cryptocurrencies like Amos I could have chosen as an example. Now, that's a nice start, but it's chump change compared to what's next. Before we move on though, let's suppose you put your original $20 back into your savings account. Now you have 0% risk, as in ZERO risk. You're using nothing but house money, as we say in the investing world. So you're going to roll that $5,918 of pure profit into the next step. At this point, you really can't lose. Penny Bitcoin Blueprint step number 2. Collect $169,905 after 2,871% mega gain.
This is an excellent example of how powerful penny cryptocurrencies can be when the timing is perfect, like what we can expect in early February.
You could have bought New York coin for less than a penny per share at the start of trading on Tuesday, May 23rd, the very next day. By the end of the day, this alternative currency zipped up the charts for a mega gain of 2,871%. Now, there was no news about New York coin coming from the Wall Street Journal, Business Times, or any other major media outlet. Nope, just one simple thing pushed those prices higher. The cryptocurrency markets are red hot, and Bitcoin's historic run was plastered all over the internet.
Again, this is exactly what we can expect come early February when a major Bitcoin announcement could easily send prices screaming higher.
It pushed this penny currency's price higher by an incredible factor of 287 times your money. And had you invested your $5,918 profit from step number 1, the resulting mega gain would have put a staggering $169,905 right in your pocket. Not bad for a handful of mouse clicks and a few days of work. Compare that with an investment in a big blue chip stock like Apple. When they launched the revolutionary iPhone, shares jumped a whopping $21. That's impressive for a huge company. But before the jump, Apple shares were already changing hands at $122. So the biggest breakthrough in cell phone technology, heck, it was the biggest breakthrough in any technology, and you would have only bagged a measly 17% gain. Now look at the penny cryptocurrency New York coin again. It jumped a mouth-watering 2,871% in just 24 hours. Now, can you see the power of penny cryptocurrencies? And when you have the perfect investment scenario, which I fully expect to begin less than a month from today, you'd be hard-pressed to find an easier way to get rich quickly. To summarize, your $20 could have turned into $5,918 in pure profits with step number 1. And then that $5,918 turned into $169,905 with step number 2. But we're still not done. I promise to show you how to turn $20 into $1.64 million, and that takes one final step. Penny Bitcoin Blueprint step number 3, more than $1.6 million in 72 hours. It's hard to imagine that you could have become an instant millionaire simply by making just 3 moves. But if you had rolled your profits from step number 1 and step number 2 into a penny cryptocurrency called Solaris coin, that's exactly what would have happened. Solaris coin's main goal, their mission statement if you will, is to provide the ability to send and receive money immediately anywhere in the world, to not pay expensive banking fees, and to transact in any environment that is secure and anonymous. This is precisely what most folks are looking for in cryptocurrencies, a safe and secure way to buy goods from around the world without paying expensive banking fees. And on Wednesday, an unprecedented amount of folks from all over the world began gobbling up units of Solaris coin, sending prices screaming higher. When the markets opened, you could have plunked down your profits from step number 2 and picked up this alternative currency for just around 40 cents. And by mid-afternoon, you could have cashed out for a jaw-dropping $4.30. That's a mammoth gain of 975%. In other words, you'd be a multi-millionaire. Incredible, right? Just 3 simple moves. So easy a 5th grader could have made them. And all in all, you'd have just turned a tiny $20 grub stake into more than $1.64 million over a 72-hour time frame. Remember, this explosion in the cryptocurrency markets just happened. That's the truth. Go ahead, look it up for yourself when you're done listening to this message today. Listen, the bottom line is this. Although it's improbable you'd ever ride a profit wave like this, it's not impossible. That's why I've given you this example, because I want you to see for yourself the amazing potential of today's red-hot alternative currency markets. Now the clock's ticking. We're weeks away from the next wave of wealth.
So imagine what happens when those gains are multiplied as cryptocurrencies are predicted to go mainstream around February 1st.
And what happens as more and more countries legitimize alternative currencies. The amount of money you can make, the profits, are simply staggering. Need more proof? As the Huffington Post recently reported, cryptocurrency is now starting to challenge gold as the investment of choice. The Financial Times touts some altcoins have jumped 4- or 5-fold in the past week alone, and an investment of just a few $1,000s a month ago is now worth close to $500,000. According to BuzzFeed, a number of Reddit users and Bitcoin forum members have claimed that with the digital currency's recent spikes, they are officially millionaires. And MarketWatch contributor Jack Tatter adds that Bitcoins are the best investment in my retirement account. I'm officially a millionaire. Thank you, Bitcoin. You changed my life. Stories of everyday folks making millions from Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are beginning to flood the internet. Like the story of a California man who recently paid for a $4 million house using Bitcoin. According to an interview with Bloomberg, not only did the Californian purchase the house with this cryptocurrency, but during the home buying process, the price of Bitcoin surged so fast that he was left with an extra $1.3 million. He used the extra money to buy a Lamborghini at a Newport Beach dealership in Orange County, which also accepts Bitcoin. Or how about the story of a Norwegian man named Christopher Cook? His story was featured in The Guardian, where he purchased 5,000 Bitcoins after discovering the cryptocurrency while writing a paper on encryption. Incredibly, his $27 investment turned into a mind-blowing $866,000 a few years later. And then there's Jared Kenna, the chief executive officer at TradeHill, who shared the story of a friend who became an instant multimillionaire thanks to cryptocurrencies. As he explained to Bloomberg, "I've got a friend who forgot he had his computer mining Bitcoins in his garage. He checked it and it's worth about $12 million today." And as I've mentioned, there are over 831 cryptocurrencies trading hands today, and dozens are skyrocketing in price, just like Bitcoin. Look, this could be your best chance at huge profits. Think about what you could do with $1.64 million. You could look after your family and friends, pay off your mortgage, and put your kids through college. Or perhaps you're looking to do something a bit more extravagant, like drink Dom Perignon, eat caviar, drive exotic cars, and mingle with high society on million-dollar yachts. The point is, we are about to witness the birth of a brand new worldwide banking system. A system that has already proven to be incredibly successful and incredibly lucrative. This is your chance to get in on the action. And by utilizing the $20 Bitcoin blueprint, you could become incredibly wealthy by the end of the summer.
But remember, you need to take action before February 1st.
So let me tell you who I am and how I can help you kickstart your new million-dollar lifestyle. My name is Louis Bassanese. I spent years on Wall Street as an investment analyst and consultant. From my work at Morgan Stanley, where I helped direct over $1.5 billion in institutional capital, to helping future billion-dollar Silicon Valley firms raise venture capital funding, I learned a lot. But I also witnessed how Wall Street elites are more interested in charging you outrageous fees than helping you make money. It was sickening, so I decided to leave that world behind. I wanted to actually help hardworking people like you make money. That's why I left Wall Street to become the investment research director for penny stocks at Agora Financial. We're one of the largest fully independent market research organizations in the world today. More people read our information each week, for example, than receive newspapers like the Washington Post or the Los Angeles Times. My expertise is in currency plays, microcap stocks, IPOs, buyouts, and takeovers, which is why I'm a frequent guest on frontline media outlets like CNBC, and why my analysis is regularly featured in major financial publications like the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, Morningstar, Business Insider, Forbes, and MarketWatch, just to name a few. But I save my best ideas for my elite monthly investment research advisory called True Alpha. That's the only place where I publish my most explosive ideas, including this new opportunity to turn $20 into $1.64 million thanks to the global stampede into cryptocurrencies. Granted, not all of my picks are guaranteed to go this high, but my readers have still had the chance to see impressive triple-digit gains. And I can tell you with 100% conviction that the opportunity for early investors in cryptocurrencies is truly unprecedented. Now, I'll be the first to concede that most of them are risky speculations. But if you're avoiding all cryptocurrencies, well, you're costing yourself tens of thousands, even millions of dollars. This new form of digital money is the wave of the future. According to Entrepreneur.com, in the 21st century, money is no longer limited to bills, coins, and credit cards. In fact, some money is truly international, not owned by any particular government, and regulated by the people instead of a central entity. This is exactly why legendary investors Mike Novogratz, Tim Draper, and Mike Cannon-Brookes are investing big money into alternative currencies. As for me, I've been carefully watching this global phenomenon develop, going all the way back to 2013 when I first wrote about Bitcoin. I've been waiting for the exact right time to get in, and that time is now. I've already done my research and I've already identified a number of cryptocurrencies with the capabilities of producing life-changing gains in the months ahead. I'd like to give you my exclusive list in just a second. But first, let me show you the stringent appraisal system I've developed over the years for accurately predicting when explosive new opportunities like these become winners, and which cryptocurrencies you should avoid like the plague. The heart of my system is seeking out and profiting from alpha in the financial markets. What is alpha? Quite simply, alpha is getting an edge over the markets. That means my trading takes me to anywhere we can find that edge, be it in the penny cryptocurrency markets, the penny stock markets, or anywhere in between. And I'm very proud of my work to date. I recommended a stock named Organovo to our readers who had the chance to pocket 343% gains over the next 12 months as the 3D printing revolution exploded. I recommended mobile banking pioneer RDM Corp to readers when it was trading for just over $1 per share. Our readers had a chance for gains as high as 282%. I recommended a little-known chip maker, NFC Technology, which exploded into 316% gains. In short, I know for a fact my system works, and so do thousands of readers. And my strategy is so simple, anyone can make money from it, even if you've never traded a single cryptocurrency in your life. Here's how it works. Criteria number 1 must have the potential to move 1,000% or more. In True Alpha, we're not looking for 5 to 10% annual returns. You can get that kind of return with boring ETFs or blue chip stocks. We're looking for life-changing gains, the kind of gains that will set you up for the retirement of your dreams. Sometimes these are companies that are first movers in brand new markets. Tasers, iPods, wireless thermostats, and GoPro cameras are all examples of forging entirely new markets. So we also recommend penny stocks that have unique innovations. Other times we'll recommend stocks that are uniquely positioned to profit from a big market trend. Finally, I look at breakthrough new investments such as the cryptocurrencies I've shown you today. Criteria number 2, must trade for pocket change. Expensive stocks move really slow. It's much easier for you to double your money with a 25-cent stock than with a $100 stock. The penny stock only needs to go up another 25 cents. The blue chip needs to jump another $100, which could take years, if not decades. The same thing works with the cryptocurrencies I've shown you today. It might take years for Bitcoin to double again. Meanwhile, a small, unheard of penny cryptocurrency called ethereum doubled in only a few days. For that reason, I tend to focus on the smallest investments in the market, the ones trading for pocket change. Criteria number 3, must be safe with virtually no risk of going bankrupt. I do not want you to run out and buy every single cryptocurrency in the hopes of getting rich. Many of these tiny digital currencies will collapse and go bust, and you could lose your money. Which is why I always put every investment I recommend through a rigorous analysis. I also always recommend a complete strategy to get in and out safely, including buy and sell prices, all to make sure the risk of going bust is essentially zero. Criteria number 4, must be magnets for fresh capital. You know the saying, money always flows to where it's treated best. So I'm only interested in investments that can attract capital. Sometimes that money might come from the government or central banks. Other times I focus on investments that attract capital from private equity or Silicon Valley. Think about it. Would cutthroat venture capitalists put their faith and capital behind a mediocre idea? Never. Looking at companies attracting massive amounts of private capital ahead of an IPO is a surefire signal that a company is innovating the extraordinary. The same goes for penny cryptocurrencies. Just look at some of the early supporters of Bitcoin, which helped drive up the value from a few cents to the most recent prices of $2,027 a coin. Criteria number 5, must have an immediate catalyst. I don't want my readers to wait for years to see big gains. The investments I recommend must have a coming event or announcement that could send them through the roof. Imagine owning a tiny pharmaceutical ahead of FDA drug approval, or a little software company before a major takeover. On such news, overnight gains can far exceed a simple price double. And that's why the opportunity in penny cryptocurrencies is so compelling. The ultimate catalyst is brewing right now. Over 250,000 retail outlets are expected to begin accepting some alternative currencies from all around the globe. Get in right now.
Remember this, to make the most money possible, it's crucial to invest now, before February 1st.
Already, in just a 1 week period, over 112 separate cryptocurrencies have more than doubled in value. Opportunities like these, and many, many more. But